Hello, everyone, and welcome to this fourth episode of Conversation about Phalloplasty with Bach Angel. This time we're speaking about the erectile devices and about complications with them. Enjoy.
Let it suck. Make some shit happen in your life. Okay, Deemy. Let's go, kiddo. I'm gonna bring Deemy on now. I'm super excited to hear more about his surgery. It's fucking amazing that we get this really amazing space to talk about bottom surgery. Come back so I can find you, Deemy, so I can bring you on. I don't see you. Deemy. Feel it, kids. Feel that music. Okay, there you are, kiddo. I see you. Okay, I'm going live now. Okay, I'm super excited. Did you get my request? Fucking internet is so slow. It's
Some awesome music you have there. Hello, hello.
Excellent. Because music.
What's the song's name?
I'll send you the mix of it. It's a friend that mixes music for me. So it's old school. I'm old, so I listen to stuff from way back when. So all you kids don't hear it because it's literally.
It's really nice. I like it.
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good.
Excellent. Okay. So what's going on? You were just back in the hospital.
Yes, unfortunately, I have some kind of unfortunate news actually. We're going to talk about phase 4 or stage 4
Right.
of 5 today, and this is the stage with the erectile device, and with that are the most complications happening, and that's also what happened with me, so I can share today.
Great. Oh, I'm really happy that you seem okay. You're not in the hospital, right? Are you in the hospital?
I am at home, but I'm going to the hospital.
Okay. So
yes.
So dive right in.
Yeah. So just shortly, like the first stages, why are there 5 stages I'm speaking about? Like many people who are interested in phalloplasty, they check it out and see that there are 2 or maybe 3 stages, not 5. And I'm speaking about 5. That's because I live in Germany, and in my clinic, the doctors choose to stretch that whole procedure into more phases, stages, just because.
Is that a safe?
It's
I think so. It makes sense to me because you're taking your time to do. I mean, when you heal with anything, kids, listen to what he's saying. When you take your time with anything, even with testosterone, even with chest surgery, take your time. That's why I think, Deemy, it's so great that you get to do 5 stages.
Well, see, this is not my choice. This is this choice of the surgeons, and they have their reasons, right? So if I'm sure there are great doctors where other people are doing their phalloplasty in also less steps, But just sharing my story, and in my case, in the first stage, there is the vaginectomy and closure of the vagina and preparing the scrotum for later for the testicles, and also a tube in the forearm, and that tube is the future urethra. And that really minimizes risks of fistula and strictures, which are most common complications with the new urethra. But what I wasn't saying before, I wasn't thinking about it. Some doctors choose not to, and because of patients, choose not to connect that new urethra to their own urethra. So there is no option of peeing while standing or through the penis, but not everybody wants it, right? It's also a choice. Okay, because there are really many complications with the urethra. So some people just choose not to pee through their penis. For me, it was very important. It was like one of the major reasons why I wanted phalloplasty.
Sure.
Okay, so then the second phase.
To me, that can actually also be very complicated to actually get the urethra through the penis so that you can pee. So that particular thing can actually be a very difficult thing to do.
It is one of the most reasons for complications, the urethra.
Okay.
That's like when there are holes.
Because you have to connect it to the biological urethra, and then the new urethra has to connect to them. And this part right here, if it's not connecting properly, you're going to have a lot of problems, right?
Exactly. And that point, at that point, and also within the whole new urethra, there could be holes.
That's right.
Or spaces where urine can come and accumulate.
So the actual new urethra could actually have some holes in it, and the pee could just be coming out. That can cause a lot of complications. Got it.
Yeah, complications just like wounds, and also like infections which would come through the urethra to your bladder, which is really nasty.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So the third stage is the implantation of testicles, and I showed one before.
Okay, great. Yes.
So this is one.
Excellent.
And the fourth stage, this is what we're speaking about today, is an implantation of an erectile device.
Wow.
This is one. There are many different ones. There are, you see, it's not whole. There is a reservoir missing. So there are actually three parts. One part is a cylinder.
Okay.
The other part is the actual pump with a valve.
Okay.
And the third part is a reservoir where fluid is filled in. It's a saline solution. Nothing, like if it breaks, nothing happens to you. And then with help of this pump, you pump fluid from here into the cylinder, and it becomes stiff. And then if you push here, the fluid will go back via this pump through this to the cylinder, and and then it's flaccid.
It. So you push the pump and you get an erection, right?
Yes.
Squeezes the saline into there, and then if you squeeze it again, it pulls the saline back, and then you get you lose your erection.
Exactly. If you squeeze here to make the erection, and you push here to deflate.
Your testicle is that piece that you push. Is that in your actual testicle?
Yes, they will take out one of those two and put this instead.
Wow, that's so cool, dude. So you squeeze your testicle in order to get an erection.
Yes.
And that erection is from saline solution. Now, my question is going to be this. I guess the only way the saline solution can come out is if one of the testicles, if it leaks out, right? What happens if that happens?
Yeah. Yes. Well, if there is somewhere a hole here or in the reservoir, well, then it's you won't have an erection afterwards. Like this fluid will come out into your body and will dissolve. It's not a problem, not a health problem, but it won't be functioning anymore. You won't.
Do they have to actually take the whole unit out, or can they just put saline in through the testicle?
It depends on where this breakage happened. If it's in the reservoir itself, they will exchange just the reservoir. If it's somewhere here, they will have to exchange this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, it's fast. Wow. So are you on this step now?
I am on this step. I am actually on step 5 because they exchange step 5 and step 4 in my case, but it doesn't make much difference. And just to mention this, what I'm showing here, this is the newest version of an FTM, especially for FTM designed 3-part erectile device. This has been used in Germany since beginning of December last year.
Oh.
It's very, very fresh. I've been talking today with the surgeon, and he said that they had 10 of them implanted so far. Only 10.
And so, are you monitoring those guys? Of course they are, right? To see how
they are, but I know 2 of them.
Okay, that's very important information for us. Also, you can really get that keep watching that. That's really going to be information that will really be very great for us. The other thing I
So
wanted to ask you was, do you know the name of the company that's making those specific?
definitely yes. That's the Zephyr.
Okay.
Zephyr.
Is it German or is it
They are Swiss
Swiss?
in Switzerland.
The Swiss or
I don't know if I can write
yeah.
it. Is that
Okay.
readable? Because I have to write, what other way around.
ZYEH.
Uh,
Okay, great.
can you read that?
Great. Excellent.
I think
Oh,
like this.
I'll
Yes.
find it. Okay, that's excellent.
And
Oh.
one of the pumps is the ZS.
Uh-huh. Wow.
No, other way
Yeah,
around. Yeah, right.
got it. Excellent.
Uh,
I just think it's amazing they're actually making specifically for FTM guys now. That's just amazing and awesome.
there are. Yes, because until now, and also I don't have this
Uh-huh.
one. I have another one. Until now, two most common implants are the Coloplast.
Right.
You might have heard of
I
that.
have.
Most people hear of those, of that. Coloplast, Titan, OTR, and the other one is called the AMS. AMS.
Okay.
There are numbers
Sure.
there, and I made a video of those. I can give you later
Yeah,
a
send
link.
us the link and also post it on the story, and I'll post it again for everybody.
Cool. Yeah. Because I do comparisons and tell what the difference are and stuff.
Excellent.
But in short, the two other ones, the Coloplast and the AMS, were made for cis men, meaning there are two cylinders, and they are much sharper here. They are also very sharp here. They go like this and are really long, so that the surgeons have to cut them and see that they are not too sharp.
Do they make it? So I know. So they're making them generic, this length, and then some people they don't use that length, so the surgeon has to cut it. Is that?
It's not quite. They do cut it also for the size,
Okay.
but for FTM men, they have to cut it here because this design with the sharp edges, let's see, it's like this in the one side, and on the other it's like really long, because the cis men, they have cavital bodies, or how do you call it? They have like sponge-like tissue in their penis.
Right.
And that tissue will hold the cylinders, and also the glands of the tip of the penis of a cis man is much stiffer and harder. It's like yes,
it's like cartilage.
It's
like it's more thick, like cartilage, or
it's more like muscle. But it's neither muscle nor cartilage, but it's rather like muscle. It's a tissue which is sponge-like tissue, and it's a kind of it will, like, if a cylinder pushes against it, it will hold and withstand this. But our penises are just skin.
Right. Yeah.
And if it's so
wait, let me ask. So yeah, our penises are just skin. So they take so what skin are they using in order to create the cylinder for the penis? Where's that skin coming from your body?
You mean the actual penis?
Yes.
That's made from my forearm.
Right. That's where it comes from. So now we have that device in there. There's nothing between the device and your actual penis in a trans man. So what's in the middle of the hole of the penis? Like in a cisgender man, what you're saying is there's that spongy tissue, but what do they put?
Yeah. They put nothing. What happens is, somebody wrote ZSI ZS Implants CH. That's right. That's the company. Well, I also made another video when I'm explaining the tube-in-tube method and the prelimination method. And what they do is they roll the skin one time and then another time. That's the tube-in-tube method. And if they do that, you'll have your urethra on one side, and on the other side there's going to be space. Your body is going to fill it with fat tissue, whatever. There's nothing though. But and if you do prelimination method, you will still have a urethra on one side. On the other side, there is space, and in that space, they tunnel that space by taking an instrument. They go through and they make like a tunnel. Tunnel is the word, not tunnel. And in that hole or tunnel, they will push a cylinder through. And some doctors do push 2 cylinders through that one hole or tunnel. That leads to complications. Not all of them, of course, but sometimes. And that's why my surgeons decided to only use 1 cylinder. I think it's enough. In my case, it's totally enough. So that's one thing.
Okay, great. Now,
how many cylinders?
Me, and I hope everybody else out there. So the next step that you are on, so you're skipping step. Are you changing step 5 and 4?
We changed to step 5 and 4. We can speak about step 5 next time.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about, so now step 4, but before we do that, I just want to know about your complication.
Sure. That's what I wanted to speak about. Like, there can be different complications. One complication is if this end protrudes through your skin and comes out.
Right.
In order to not, in order to prevent this, they try to implant the cylinder not too close to the tip of your penis. So somewhere like this, you know. So there is some space here. The flip side of that is that your tip of your penis might be floppy and soft. And if they do, yes, and if it's too long, it's not good. Like one guy I know, he has like 5 centimeters, like 2 inches of floppy skin.
Does it just hang? It just doesn't look like right.
It's also not just the looks; it's also for the sex is maybe not very convenient.
Because that's a lot. I mean, that much for sex because you can just push it through, but that's too much floppiness there. So can he have a revision on his penis? Yes,
and he will at some point. So in his case, the doctors were just too cautious, and also it can be that the cylinder travels back, travels towards your body. It can happen.
Right.
So the other complication which can happen is that it doesn't remain where they put it. So it just, what I said, it travels back and out of your penis, sort of.
Well, because you're
also,
I think that's a natural thing, right? Our bodies push any foreign object out. It's not used to it, so it thinks it's not okay. So I think some level your body has to adjust to having that erectile implant put in, right? Doesn't it have to figure it out?
It's very important to have a good fixation, and also for the patients after the surgery to be really careful and not move too much in the beginning, at least. Also, like after peeing,
did you get that put in already, or
I had, yes. So I'll speak about the third complication. The third complication, and this is actually the most common one, is an infection. You can get an infection, and 30% of those implants, not just this, any erectile devices, get explanted again due to this complication. And this is what happened in my case.
And so tell us exactly what happened. I want to know exactly.
Yes. So there are different situations why this can happen. In my case, it happened because, unfortunately, a stitch got open. So there is just a small suture. Like maybe I can draw.
Suture inside is on the inside of the penis or on the outside of the penis?
Outside. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
So this is your penis. These are the balls.
Right.
So they have here a suture. Here the pump goes in. Here's the valve.
Okay, great.
And here the cylinder goes in. You have a connection here. And then somewhere here is the reservoir, and you will have a connection here. And they'll have to have suture here as well for the reservoir. This is how they... Oh, can you see? Okay.
Yeah, we can see. It looks great. Yeah. So that... Curve
Okay.
up there is where the saline lays, right? For you to do, is this, what is this reservoir up here? That one.
The saline
Okay,
solution goes in
got
there.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you push here, it will travel from here to the cylinder, so you have a stiffness. And if you push here, will get floppy
Right.
again. So this suture didn't make any
Okay.
problems, but this one,
Oh.
when they suture, they make like 6 or some whatever
Yeah,
knots,
yeah.
and one of them got open before they normally take away
Okay.
these
That's right.
sutures.
Yeah.
And later on, like it just not just got open because they actually sew like 2
Okay.
layers, and it got open, but the next layer also
Oh, both
got
ears
open.
opened. So how did you know
Yeah.
that? Did you feel it?
Well, I saw it because I see
Right.
those.
Okay.
I see
Yes.
those. And one of them got open, and the other ones, it was still
Okay.
okay. But then 2 weeks later, I had to have them
Uh-huh.
removed. And when those were removed, like my body couldn't heal normally because here this hole was just too big
Right.
for my body to close it on itself. So, and then later on, there is like the second layer. It was like really a tiny, really, really tiny little
Mm-hmm.
hole, like needle
Mm-hmm.
big. But that was enough because this is some weight. It put some weight and some strength, force on
Yeah.
this suture, and it goes down. So this hole became bigger. It was like I don't know, like a little bit bigger, like 2 millimeters. But even like micro hole is enough because once the implant gets contact with air, it is
That's
contaminated.
right.
There is nothing you can do
Wow.
about it.
Yeah.
It just is because you have bacteria on your skin, you have bacteria in the air,
Yeah.
everywhere. And what they can do, like, some American doctors say, just explant it. If you have a contamination, explant it right away. Don't try anything.
Okay.
I also ask in Facebook groups, I asked if somebody had an infection, did you keep the pump? Did you get to keep the implant? And most of the guys said no. One answered he could keep it because they used a very aggressive kind of antibiotics, like 3 types.
Right.
But in his case, the infection happened right away, right after the surgery. So this could have happened during surgery, that bacteria
That's
came in.
right. That's right.
So, but in my case, it happened later, and that's actually worse because my body, anybody, builds a capsule around a foreign
Okay.
body. And if that happens, and bacteria come and travel onto the implant, your body can't really get to the implant because of the capsule.
Oh, wow.
In order to clean it.
Wow. That's what happened to you?
Yes. So what happened, my doctor suggested, because it wasn't really swollen, it didn't look bad. He suggested to not to explant the pump, but to rinse it in surgery. Like to get this open again and take this out, rinse this whole area, and also the pump itself, and put it back in. That's what they did. And also I had to be on antibiotics for a month.
I had that before when I got bad sick. 3 months I had to be on it because I had
Oh my God.
it fucked me up so bad.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, I know you, dude. It kills your body. It kills.
Yes, and well, I'm lucky. I don't feel any, any side effects.
Excellent.
I just with my head, I know it's not good.
Well, no, it's hard on you. I mean, what you're doing, my friend, is really intense on your body. And again, it's so beautiful that you share with everyone out there your experience so that other people can move forward and not have the same experience or whatever that's. It sounds like a great experience, though. I mean, very minimal problems so far, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Exactly. So, what happened after that was after that surgery, I was on antibiotics, but unfortunately, once I stopped taking them, the infection came
Right.
back.
Oh, wow. Shit.
Yes,
What?
yes. And then I had to be on antibiotics again, and that was from 30th of December till 4th of January, and I was in the hospital during that time.
Oh,
So it's the New Year's Eve.
yeah.
But, you know, this year it was nothing to lose, you know. That,
You bet it's better just to be in the hospital, dude, getting your surgery. That was a
exactly.
white that year. Who cares?
Yes, exactly. Nobody was really celebrating this year. Not so much.
Excellent.
So,
Are you
well,
out of the hospital? We're
but
gonna have to move. We're gonna have to stop here soon. But listen, so you are on the. So now where are you at? You're out of the hospital. The infection.
well, see, after that, I came back home, and after I was off the antibiotics, and altogether those were now 2 months, another infection came back. Well, the same one, but it came back.
Right. Yeah.
So
Wow.
it was at different spots. It was like first it was like somewhere here, then it was somewhere here, and now it's somewhere
Oh, because
here. So it's kind of
in
traveled.
maybe it had already traveled in by the time they tried to clean it out. It already got to. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably, most
Yeah.
probably. So what happens now? 2 days from
Hmm.
now, I get it explanted.
Oh wow.
Yes,
And
yes.
happens.
Then after that, I'll have to wait for 2 or 3 months until everything
Okay.
heals, and then there will be a next,
And then
well, second,
and then
second.
they'll replant it after your body heals.
Exactly.
So
Yes. Then I'll have a second
wow.
chance.
Okay, great. So that's I want to ask one more question. So if let's just say if it doesn't take again, will they do the exact same thing again and will they do it a third time?
It depends on the patient. Like I know someone who is trying for the sixth time. I heard of someone who
Wow.
had 33
What?
surgeries just with the pump.
What? But is that
33.
okay for your
Yes.
body? I mean, I guess so. If he's doing it, the doctors are doing it.
It's okay and it's not okay. Everybody has to decide for
That's
themselves.
right. But I'm just on my own side. I would do it. I would keep trying and trying, of course. But on the medical side, I'm wondering: is it irresponsible of the medical? You know, I'm a watchdog on the medical. You know that I'm a total. Dude,
Yes,
we have to watch these doctors because many doctors are now trans doctors, and that means nothing to me because it just means you see trans as a patient. And so there isn't any schooling for trans medicine right now. So we have to really be our own. Me and you and the rest of the trans male community has to be watchdogs for the medical space because there will be bad doctors and there has been bad.
mm.
I know for a fact. I talk to guys all the time about the surgeries they get, and you know, I know a guy who had horrible penis bottom surgery. It ruined his
Yeah,
life. It
yeah,
ruined his life. But you, my friend, are having amazing bottom surgery, and there's lots of guys who have great bottom surgery. So that's why we have to talk about it
definitely.
because there is bad surgeons out there, and there's amazing surgeons out there, and we need to guide these guys to the right surgeons. That's what I think.
Yes, definitely. Well, I'm sure you have to, before you do this, you have to see what those surgeons have, what the results they provide. Maybe speak with patients of those surgeons and their experience. It's very
Very
important.
important. But again, so my experience might be different than your experience. So that's why
Yeah,
sharing your experience with your doctor is so important because now if I want to get the penis surgery, I'm going to contact your doctor and I'm going to talk about that because I see such an amazing experience for you. Whereas before I hadn't seen that experience. Remember though, I'm coming from an elder space. I've watched this happen for 25 years and now
yeah,
where we are today is like phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Many men are going to be able to have penises now. It's a game changer.
that's true.
It's so beautiful.
It's true.
You need it. You need your penis. I know that some of you guys have bottom dysphoria. You need your penis. It's so important. Yeah.
I'm sure, though, that there are really, really great doctors in the States, for example. And also, I heard, well, uh, people who are researching this know that the bottom surgery comes from
Yep.
Serbia. like many years ago, they started doing it in Serbia. So if somebody wants to go there, it is an
That's
option.
right.
There's a lot of experience
A
in
guy
that
from the
country.
States who went there to have his surgery done. Yeah, and it's great.
Yes.
Everything is awesome and beautiful. The guy that I know here that had surgery from, I'm not going to say the surgeon's name, he is devastated, ruined his life. Yeah, so that just,
Wow.
you know, but some guys have had bad top surgery. Some guys have reaction to testosterone. Some guys, you know, so these are the things that we have to talk about. Not everyone can do everything they need to do. You know, I won't.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm too old for it. I'm totally okay with myself. I'm perfectly fine. But I know that many of you guys out there need it. So I'm really happy that I get to give you a platform in order to sort of get this message out.
Yeah, thank you.
Demi, I really consider you family and a brother, and really important that we really continue this relationship. So maybe we can actually show that having relationships with each other is positive.
Totally, definitely. Yes, I'm very glad to share my experience, and anybody can ask me anything. I'm totally open, and there are many things I can say.
Please follow him. He's very open to discussing this. He's also a life coach. You know, follow his.
Yes.
Go to his YouTube channel. No, really, Ademi really is a great person. He's a great human. He cares about our community and cares about pushing us forward. It's why I'm connected. I wouldn't be connected to you if you weren't that guy. So everyone,
thank you very
this
much.
guy is very important for the future of our community and the future of bottom surgery and all of the information we're putting out there. So you want to say something real quick, Demi, to people?
Just that as a life coach, I'm still providing free coaching right now because I'm getting and collecting reviews, and you can see there are already some reviews on my account. So if you're interested and you want the coaching, now it's free.
Excellent. Hey, you got it. Hey, kids, free is free.
Free is free, and it's very valuable.
Right on. Okay, Cindy. Love, my friend. Please recover well. If you need anything, you know how to get me. Okay. So,
thank you.
Right on. Everyone.
I will.
Okay, and then so I'll post this right now. Okay.
Yes. See you next week then.
Bye.
Bye.